How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Riley here, and today I am bringing you guys another brand new video here on my channel. And today we are going to be covering one of the more broader topics of discussion that has been going around the NBA recently for the past couple of months, since about September, I guess you could say. And this involves star point guard of the Boston Celtics, Kyrie Irving. Now, as most of you would know, you can probably remember around the preseason time of the NBA season this year in September of 2018, Kyrie Irving spoke out and mentioned that he plans on re-signing an extension with the Boston Celtics, keeping him there for the next couple of years to come. But since Kyrie Irving spoke out about signing this extension, you can obviously tell that the Boston Celtics so far this year have not lived up to the hype that they had around them in any way. Currently, they are 30-18 and in 5th place in the Eastern Conference as I'm making this video. So you could say that they definitely picked it up from the beginning of the season, because near the beginning of the season, they had a losing record for a majority of the time, and they were about around 500 until I think about like 14-14, and now they have been recently hitting their high parts, and they are working as a team together, which is good to see. However, there has definitely been some rumors looming around in the air recently about Kyrie Irving maybe changing his mind once the end of the season comes and signing with a new team this offseason. Personally, I mean, depending on how they do in the playoffs and what Kyrie Irving can bring to the table for the Boston Celtics, I honestly think that he might leave this offseason. Chances are very high if I had to guess myself. But that is the main reason why I'm making this video today. Today we are going to be discussing the top 3 reasons why I believe that Kyrie Irving will leave this offseason and sign somewhere else in the NBA. Again, I'm not saying that it's going to happen. Like I said, he already spoke out in September and said that he plans on re-signing an extension with the Boston Celtics, keeping him there for another 3 to 4 years. But he did not say that he is going to do it. He said he plans on it. Keyword plans. He does not have anything set in stone yet. Anything can happen from now until June. Trust me on that. But anyway, enough wasting time at the beginning of this video. Let's get into the top 3 reasons why Kyrie Irving will leave the Boston Celtics this offseason. The first reason of why Kyrie Irving will leave this offseason has to do with the role of being the team leader for the Boston Celtics. Now, as most of you do remember, Kyrie Irving left the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2017 because he felt like he wanted to be a team leader. He felt like leaving the Cavaliers was best for him to get his fresh start in Boston, lead that team, be the leader, be one of the greats to be remembered. So he did leave LeBron so he could start up and lead his own team. It started off pretty good for Kyrie Irving in 2017. His Boston Celtics were doing very well throughout the entire year. But as you guys do remember, Kyrie Irving did sustain an injury about halfway or 3/4 of the way through the 2017 season, therefore sidelining him for basically, yes, the entire playoffs. He did not play a single playoff game, if I do remember correctly, in the 2017 season. And towards the beginning of this year, you can see that Kyrie Irving is clearly the leader of this team, but it hasn't really been working out that well. You can notice that there's definitely some chemistry issues with the Boston Celtics. They're not working as good as they should be and as good as everyone else thought they would be going into this season. And even last season, the expectations for this team were so high because of the all-around talent from 1 through 10 in the lineup. It was just an insanely stacked lineup. I, for one, thought this was going to be one of the best teams that I've ever seen. But it's very evident after seeing the last 2 seasons with this team that they do not play up to the level that they are supposed to in any way when they are all completely healthy. So that just gives me more of a reason to think that Kyrie Irving will leave this offseason. Because, yeah, people can make the argument that he's got the best team in Boston if he really wanted to. Why would he leave that? Well, I mean, you just have to look at what's been happening the past 2 seasons. I mean, yes, he said he was going to re-sign with them at the beginning of the year. That was before they got into the regular season and had an awful start, and they were all frustrated, and their chemistry was off, and they weren't winning games, etc. Like, Kyrie Irving said he planned on re-signing when he thought this was going to be one of the greatest years of his short career so far. And then you get into it with Gordon Hayward coming back off of his gruesome leg injury, and everything just isn't clicking with their offense and everything. They're losing games. They're not at the top of the East where they should be. Personally, I would think that would get to Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving is starting to second guess himself on his comments from September. Again, there's no quotes on him saying that he is going to leave and he's not going to re-sign this extension. But I feel like this is one of the biggest reasons as to why he would leave if he does so this coming May or June in the offseason. And along with, as I said, him being injured for the playoffs in the 2017-18 season, that brings up reason number 2 of this video, which is the rise of Jason Tatum. Last year in the 2018 playoffs, Jason Tatum led the 2-seeded Celtics all the way up into Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and if it wasn't for LeBron James himself, the Boston Celtics would have been led to the NBA Finals by a rookie. Just think about that for a second. They would have been led to the NBA Finals by a rookie. Now, granted, you can make the comment that it was the Eastern Conference. It wasn't as strong as the Western Conference in any way, shape, or form, but still, you take it for what it is. A rookie leading a team to the NBA Finals, and don't get me wrong, the team was stacked all the way around, but a rookie leading that team in scoring is just on another level. That is just absolutely ridiculous no matter how you look at it. So I feel like with the rise of Jason Tatum and how fast he has come up in the NBA and how much he has proven himself already, that is just going to show for Kyrie that it's not going to be all his team. He left Cleveland with the intentions of being the leader of the Boston Celtics, and I feel like last year in the playoffs, Jason Tatum took some of that away from Kyrie. And by all means, I'm not saying that there's any problem with Jason Tatum taking away that leadership from Kyrie, because Jason Tatum, I mean, even if he is young, so is Kyrie Irving. Jason Tatum has proven himself that he can be a star in the NBA. Let's hope that injuries do not get to him. But he has definitely proven himself that he can be the leader of this Boston Celtics team in a very short amount of time with the more experience that he gets. So therefore, I feel like when Danny Ainge is considering it, because sooner or later, you know that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, their rookie contracts are going to be up, and they're going to have to sign Jason Tatum / Jaylen Brown to these big deals that Kyrie Irving is going to be demanding this offseason from the Boston Celtics if he does want that extension. And sooner or later, the Boston Celtics are going to be hitting the luxury tax with these ridiculous contracts they're going to have to be signing if they want to keep this entire team together. And who knows, Danny Ainge is one of the craziest GMs we've ever seen in NBA history. I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve with a trade coming or anything. There's talks about them trading for Anthony Davis recently. Like, I know the Pelicans say that that's not going to happen, but still, he is ruthless when it comes to trade talks and everything. He will do anything he can to make the best team he can. But yeah, I feel like the rise of Jason Tatum in the playoffs last year and what he is contributing to the team this year is going to be another small but very contributing factor as to why Kyrie Irving will feel the need to leave this offseason and go somewhere else. And last but not least, the third and final reason of this video of why I think Kyrie Irving will leave this offseason and go to a different team is because of a change and basically going to another big market team in the NBA. Now, when I say that, I can already see all the Boston Celtics fans freaking out. Like, how much more big market can you get? It's the Boston Celtics. It's one of the greatest franchises in NBA history. Now, don't get me wrong. I know what you're talking about, and I realize what I said. But you also have to realize there's a bigger market in the NBA that's just 1 or 2 states over that has been calling Kyrie's name for about the past year and a half or so, and there have been many comments about this team hunting down Kyrie and trying to sign him as much as they can the past year or two, and that is the New York Knicks. I also do remember a couple months back there was a quote from J.R. Smith that said the chances of Boston Celtics star point guard Kyrie Irving leaving the Boston Celtics for the New York Knicks in the 2019 free agency period are very high, if I remember correctly. Now, again, as I say that is a direct quote from J.R. Smith, so I take it for what it is. Again, like I said, it doesn't mean anything in stone. It's not written in stone in any way, but that is only contributing to us thinking that he might leave this free agency as well. Another thing is, I do know that he did go to high school in New Jersey, just across the border from the state of New York, so it would be a little bit closer of moving to home, I guess you could say. And Kyrie Irving has always, they've always had a mutual interest. Like, I know that Kyrie's always wanted to play for New York. I've been hearing it for years. And another thing is that New York has been trying to get him for as long as they can, and his contract is finally winding up this offseason, so it is their time now or never to sign him. Because going into this offseason, they will have a decent amount of cap space, and on top of that, they also do have a star coming back from injury, Kristaps Porzingis. Now, I know we are not sure what we are going to get out of Porzingis when he does come back from that injury, but I feel like he's going to be the same, if not maybe just a little bit less than what he was when he originally got injured. Now, again, that's just bold predictions on my part. There's no guarantee in that, but I could definitely see Kyrie Irving leaving for New York or Brooklyn, even another big market team, because they are going to have a ton of cap space going into this offseason too. And again, that is just right across the border from his old hometown in New Jersey where he went to high school. So yeah, this offseason is going to be a wild one. I just gave you my 3 reasons of why I believe Celtics point guard star Kyrie Irving will leave the Celtics this offseason for a different team. Again, there's no guarantee. As of right now, Kyrie has not spoken out on changing his mind about the extension. There has not been an extension signed, but he has not made any other comments saying that he has changed his mind or he is second guessing himself. He still plans on signing an extension with the Celtics this offseason. But like I said, a lot can change from now to July. Just wait. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. It was a lot of fun to make. If you did, please make sure to slap a like on it down below. It truly means the world to me when I see you guys do that and show support on these kinds of videos. Also, if you are new, don't forget to go down below and subscribe to never miss another video here on the channel. Going to be putting them out daily for lots of time to come. I promise you guys. All right, I think that's enough from me. Once again, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys stick around, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.